Good morning, guys. Good to see y'all. We'll give it a couple minutes. There's three in here. Loretta, we will be praying for you today. I know it's going to be a very difficult day for you and your family. Pray that the Lord keeps you and your family in His arms today and comforts you only the way He can. James Davis, good morning. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well this morning. Kind of a change in programming today. um, Mandy feels like she's in a place where she's just kind of in a rut doing the same thing for you guys every Saturday. And uh, she's going to come up, I think, going to come up with some different ideas of place or things to do on Saturday mornings with you guys. I think we're going to start doing some cooking and, um, things of that nature. She had talked about doing some things like, say there's no power and such, things you could do with your kids, to keep them occupied, like crafts and things like that. And uh, so it'll be a few weeks before we get that up and going. We might even get her on her own channel. Um, just a thought. But I think this today and the next couple Saturdays will probably just kind of like today's um, title, signs everywhere, signs. I just, I got some news from the week and stuff like that. Just, things that let you know what direction we're going in. And I'll just do that Saturday mornings, kind of a weekly recap of the news and stuff like that. Hey, Richard Christopher, good to see you. I've actually got a news story that affects you all the way up there in Canada. Actually, I'll go ahead and get started because I know Saturday mornings the crowd's not too big usually. Everybody's still in bed or recuperating from Friday night. Hey, Carrie Lunsford, good to see you. KY Survival. Marine, B&B Home, good to see you guys. B&B, that's just some ideas we're throwing around. Just some, simple, quick stuff we can do within like an hour. We want to keep the show still right about an hour. So just be doing some kind of Great Depression, that kind of cooking to, cooking with some preps, just quick, easy, filling recipes, stuff like that. Adriana Turner, Deanna Walters, Don Bellerman. Good morning, you guys. Or good afternoon, depending on where you're at. But I know I'm not using StreamYard, so I'll just have to read this stuff to you guys. But everything I'm reading off of is from Newsmax. Yesterday, a big thing that was going around was, hey, Blue Vandal, good to see you. Coral Tigger, good to see you. Coral, it's Saturday, and it's still early. You shouldn't be upset like that this early on a Saturday morning. Hey, Seeking the Kingdom of God. I like that name. Welcome and thank you for being here. From Arizona. John Doe, good morning. Mindy Joe Nickerson, good morning. Thank you for being here. Joe Morgan, good to see you, brother. I was getting worried. You wasn't in here yet, man. I was serious. Anytime I don't see you online, you got 3 hours before I'm heading west. This first story this morning to kind of put that at ease for a while. It was going around, the interstate travel that Biden was going to have to have a vaccine passport to do interstate travel and everything. So that was a big thing yesterday, and this came out last night. late yesterday afternoon, yesterday evening. Several media outlets reported Friday that the Biden administration, as part of its attempt to control the rising number of COVID-19 infections, had discussed requiring Americans to obtain a vaccine passport for interstate travel. TheBlaze.com, referencing a passport from the Associated Press, stated that the Biden administration is weighing possible penalties for Americans who don't get vaccinated and ways to make their lives, quote, more uncomfortable, end quote. The report from TheBlaze.com continued. One alleged strategy President Biden administration considered was requiring Americans to get vaccine passports for interstate travel. Conservative lawmakers responded swiftly and loudly to even the mention of such an idea. Texas Governor Greg Abbott, a Republican, said while Biden is considering mandating vaccines for interstate travel, he is allowing a record number of illegal migrants to cross our southern border, many of whom test positive for COVID-19. This is double standard. It is dangerous and must be stopped. Biden's plan limits of interstate travel for Americans, open borders for illegal immigrants. Let me start that over. Biden's plan limits of interstate travel for Americans, open borders for illegal immigrants, said Senator Tom Cotton, Republican of Arkansas. Conservative editor John Goldberg was a little more direct, saying that requiring proof of vaccination for interstate travel strikes me as one of the dumbest, most unworkable, and counterproductive ideas out there. As the administration grapples with growing numbers of COVID-19 infections, more severe measures such as mandating vaccines for interstate travel have been discussed. The report adds the Biden administration is concerned that these actions would be too polarizing at this time. As a result, the White House officials said that mandating vaccines for interstate travel is not under consideration at the moment. The clarification from the White House did not convince conservative podcast host Liz Wheeler, who said via her Twitter account, mandating the COVID vax for interstate travel has been discussed. Hell no. This is called a balloon test to prepare people for when the Biden administration drops this dictate. This is outrageous. And she's probably right. I definitely feel that that's probably something they're going to try. And just discussing it was probably just a test run to see how, everybody would react to it. But I would imagine that probably is something that's not too far off in the future. Just a second, go back over here for a minute. Some people's came in, I believe. Let's see, poppaprepper. Have I told you lately Uncle Naughty Hands can kiss my butt? And he does. Why doesn't he personally make me? Well, I don't know. Yeah, penalty in quotation marks. Let's see, Mindy Jonick. I'm betting should that go through, our truckers will park their rigs. See, there's that, and that's just one of many reasons that I don't see it. I don't see how that could work. Okay, so Pinball kind of broke it down yesterday. I think it was yesterday. The government, the federal, whatever, owns the interstate. I get that. But state highways, county roads, back roads, that's all owned by the state and county. If they're not going to uphold it, just hop over on the highway and go, unless it's, I don't know. It's going to be a mess. I can't, in my simple mind, understand how that could possibly work. I mean, because you sure cannot set up checkpoints and stop every car traveling. There's no way. Nobody would ever get to where they're going. So, I don't know. I might have missed you, Mojo. I apologize, brother. Good morning. It's good to see you, man. How could they do that? That's against the Constitution. I agree, but it appears as of late they're going to get away with just about anything they want to. They're constantly every day rewriting rules and throwing it in our face. I mean, I don't know. I don't see how any of these loonies are doing is going to work, but it's happening and going to happen. It's insanity. Hold tight. We haven't seen nothing yet. Constitution is hanging by a thread. That's absolutely right. Only if we let them. And that is also correct, James. That is one of the most understated comments. I mean, me and a buddy was talking about all this last night. Look around the world. These countries that, you know, compared to us have nothing. And they're making a stand. Every day they're in the streets. I mean, granted, they're getting their rear end handed to them. They are getting beat. They are getting gassed. They are getting shot with rubber bullets. They're getting messed up. But every day they're going out and making that stand. When are we? I mean, America is, we're spoiled as a population, not as like, not just us people in the chat, whatever, but just in general, Americans are spoiled. But that's what I mean, and not that it's doing them any good to do what they're doing, but they're doing it instead of just bending over, pardon the expression, and taking it. Let's see. I said this one day. One, all this business ends when we say no more and make me, all of us at Papa. Absolutely. When will Americans stand up and say no? I've been asking that since the beginning. That's the absolute truth. Um, and see, I think that's like, okay, because you see, that's one of the things they've done. In a lot of these places across the world, they've cut communications, like the internet, everything. They've shut it all down. And I think that's why our internet and things like that are so heavily censored, because they see the first sign that somebody might be rising up. They see the first sign of, people going to make a stand. Click. That's extremist. That's, get that out of here before anybody even has a chance to respond or do anything about it. Hey, Chuck Brett, good to see you. Outlaw Army 77, good to see you. Thank you guys for being here. Here, a saying for the day: those who would give up essential liberty to purchase little temporary safety deserves neither liberty nor safety. Benjamin Franklin. Absolutely. May try, will not succeed. Already losing battle on border. Judge called on reversing on election outcome on Trump's border protection bill. Don Light, good to see you. Thank you for being here. CC Collins, good to see you. Thank you for being here. After 7 months as president, he's on vacation at Camp David right now. Yeah, right now, while our Marines and such are over extracting all the Americans and everybody, from the embassy, and it's just a crap show over there. And he's on vacation. Thousands of our American soldiers are over there extracting thousands of American people from the embassy, and he goes on vacation. Hey, Tamara Reynolds, good to see you. Thank you for being here. Rosanna Jones, good to see you. Yeah, it's about time they got their bend over and take it, as I often say. Turnabout is foreplay. Packing up my dehydrated veggies. That's cool. I'm going to try to work with my dehydrator this weekend, I think. In Ohio, when they shut down all restaurants in the beginning, I I opened one. I've never complied and I never will. This September is our 1 year anniversary. Business is booming. That's awesome, Mindy. And congratulations. That is, I mean, you definitely overcome. You you made a stand, and that is awesome. That is very admirable. I hadn't even said anything like I was rising up. I Facebook's a joke. We still have slow mail in our voices. They can't shut us up. That's absolutely true. I mean, slow mail. I don't know, man. The mail system on my end, it's getting pretty sketchy. I keep having issues with my mail every time somebody sends me something, but we absolutely still have our voice, and I've wondered, if just we just show up, you know, just our local friends or acquaintances that are of the same mind. If we just showed up, you know, in towns and just started, how many people, I wonder if it would grow, or would like the county cop show up and send us on our way, or if they would just leave us alone and just see if we could keep following, just making that stand, just two or three, five, six, whatever, eight people at a time, and just see if it would grow. Thank you. I'll forever stand for freedom. Well, thank you for making your stand. We appreciate that. I appreciate that. Kim's Farm Life, good to see you. Come back and watch getting ready for the gym. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Thank you, Outlaw. Appreciate it, man. Hey, Klingon, good to see you. Thank you for being here. Give me freedom or give me death. My ancestors died in great numbers in Revolutionary War and Civil War. If everyone stands together, they can't beat us. That's absolutely true. It only takes one courageous person to rally those who will stand. Absolutely. We'll have to have security force to keep a false deal from going on. That's why a lot of rallies don't happen. That is absolutely true, KY Survival, because there could be, 150 of us good folk, patriots just wanting to see what's right be done. And then, just a handful of just Tifa or whoever, show up and set something on fire or whatever and claim they're with us. That's the whole thing down the drain, and we'll be in solitary confinement. My ex is a postal carrier. It's fun because she yells at me for buying gun parts. They spy on us, so I'm already on more lists. Well, I mean, everybody, we're all on a list. Anybody that's ordered freeze dried food, anybody that's ordered ammo, gun parts, uh, camping gear, maybe, I mean, we're all on lists. KY Survival, he's a carrier as well. Well, I told you guys the reason I switched my PO box is because a very good friend of mine, she works in the post office where my PO box is now at, and absolutely, you know, she wasn't supposed to let me know that they pulled my info on my PO box and whatnot, and now further than that, she didn't know what was going on, but the big guys from Indianapolis was wanting my info. Now nothing came of that. I received a gift from Shorty a week ago. That which it came to here, and then they sent it back to Pennsylvania, and then to New Jersey, and then it finally came back here. So whatever that was about, but but yeah, it's real. Or stable milk this morning. Yeah, I mean, well, you guys all heard about the Facebook thing. You can now turn people in for being too prepared, you know, and that's putting us on the same shelf with extremists and what they consider. If you consider a patriot that is prepared, that owns firearms, that's ready to stand up for his family and his God given right to freedom, yep, I'm an extremist. I sure will. I will claim that title with pride. If I didn't already tell you on that Tuesday. Yep, you told me, Joe. Thank you. Right down to GPS mapping of our addresses. They know a lot. Oh, I don't doubt that a bit, KY. I turned my ass in. I'm an OG extremist. I got kicked off of Facebook before it was cool. Absolutely. Nazis did the same thing, turned on family and friends, and that's what we're living in right now is Nazi Germany. Facebook banned me for life about a year ago. I've been shouting about childhood vaccine awareness since 2015. Good for you, Mandy. That's awesome. I have the same liberty or death flag that you have at Papa. That's cool. I need to get that to where it's not so covered. I got a little too much stuff back there. I'm gonna move on to the next story I had here because I'm gonna try to. I don't want to keep you guys past noon. Let's see here. I haven't seen Five Virgins Prepper in here this morning, um, but I know he's been live stream. He's been proud of this one, so I'll go ahead and share it. South Carolina governor signs open carry with training act. South Carolina Governor Henry McMaster, Republican, along with his lieutenant governor and members of the state assembly, took part in the ceremonial signing of the Open Carry and Training Act on Friday. The state took a step forward in restoring the constitutional freedoms for its residents at the Palmetto State Armory in Greenville. The new law will allow for any legal gun owner 21 and older in the state who owns a concealed carry permit to open carry in South Carolina. In addition, those individuals do not have to respond to an officer if they ask to see a permit unless there is probable cause. Those who apply for these permits are the law after the law goes into effect will have to go through at least 8 hours of training. However, they won't have to pay the fee for the permit. Meanwhile, firearms will still no longer be allowed in the gun zone, such as schools, while businesses still have the right to open carry on their property. Also included in the law is additional training for members of law enforcement, which includes scenarios surrounding South Carolina's openly carrying firearms. Additionally, under the law, South Carolina will be considered a Second Amendment sanctuary state. McMaster said that the bill is filed with the result of collaboration between gun owners, those who don't own guns, and businesses. Further, he said it was with constitutional influence. The law officially goes into effect on Sunday, tomorrow. And that's cool. And it's got the governor made a Twitter post, which I can't share it because I'm not on StreamYard, but it's actually got him shooting a shotgun a tactical shotgun down the range. Nope. Actually, it's hard to tell. It looks like an AR. So that's cool. And it's got him a picture of him shooting a handgun down the range. So, I mean, a lot of that's just for, his career, but it's still cool to see that. Jump back over here. See, these people give Nazi bad names. They did horrible things, but the militia, the sorry guys. I'm live streaming.
Oh, okay. Love you, bye.
Love you, bye. Let's see. I'm good at pissing my liberal acquaintances off on Facebook. Good for you, Don. I'm on day 10 of building my natural immunity to the V, staying strong. That's cool. John Mack, good to see you. Thank you for being here. Now that the military is mandating the jab, they will probably reinstate the draft. That's possible. Have you heard any reports about cadets at West Point being put in solitary confinement for refusing jab? That's the report coming my way. I haven't sourced it. I have not heard that, Mindy. I will definitely look into that, though. Into the Wilderness, good morning. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Roman Prepper, good to see you. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. He should have picked up and yelled, "What's up?" Hey, Raptor Ranch, good to see you. Let's see. And the last story I have for this morning, it's very short. There's not much on it at all, but to me, it's very alarming. And this is for our folks up north, our neighbors in Canada. Canada to accept 20,000 vulnerable refugees from Afghanistan. Canada is opening its doors to refugees from Afghanistan. Up to 20,000 people will be welcomed as the Taliban sweeps the country, threatening women, human rights defenders, LGBTQ2 members, and those who help Canadian troops as translators and local fixers. As Paul Johnson reports, veterans of the war in Afghanistan say time is of the essence. And that's all it says. That's all it says. So they're going to welcome 20,000 vulnerable refugees from Afghanistan. Now, there is a video on this report, but I don't know if you guys would be able to hear it. Let me see here.
It's back to school. Our U2 projects do the same.
Of course, there's got to be an advertisement.
Create the next big thing ready. Get your entire list for less ready. Shop Staples and be more than ready for back to school.
Our interpreter, Khan, he was a very, very brave man.
Trevor Street is a veteran of Canada's Afghanistan campaign. Like most who served in Kandahar, its recent takeover by the Taliban came as no surprise. What's gone, and whether Ottawa can come through for them in time.
In my view, they absolutely need to get their acts together and apply themselves to this.
They were known as the Taji men, and there were hundreds of them during the years when Canadians fought to secure Kandahar province. Locally hired men who worked as interpreters and cultural advisor told us how he came to view them.
We definitely see them as colleagues, They often wore Canadian Forces uniforms alongside us when they were in danger outside the wire. We'd see them as allies and spending 8 months with many of them. I see them as brothers.
We are taking real action to resettle the brave Afghans who are instrumental to our mission in Afghanistan.
Defense Minister Harjit Sajjan skipped a campaign-style event in Burnaby Friday to update Canadians on the work underway to protect embassy staff in Kabul and to identify and evacuate more of the interpreters and their families who are still there. A number of military and chartered flights have already brought some to Canada, and more are planned.
But get them out of there, because these people do not have the time for the wheels of bureaucracy to keep turning.
While Ottawa announced Friday it intends to accept 20,000 vulnerable Afghan refugees, veterans like Street and Laidler worry the clock may be running out for the remaining interpreters. Street's friend Khan never even made it through Canada's deployment there.
Deliberately targeted, he was unarmed, and the Taliban don't care. And they'll do it again.
Paul Johnson, Global News.
Is this the biggest roofing innovation in over 100 years?
Nobody cares. I kind of mixed emotions about it, because there are anywhere in the world, not everybody is of ill intent. There's got to still be good human beings everywhere. And I'd like to think that's what's happening. I pray that's what's happening. But, it's just everybody's got their own. Canada, as far as I've read and people we talk to daily, we all know the same folks. Well, speak of the devils. Hey, Green Thumb Prepper, good to see you, man. Canada's still got their own big can of worms they're dealing with, with the COVID and everything, and bringing 20,000 more citizens, or, 20,000 immigrants in on top of that. It just seems like, I don't know, that's a big, big undertaking. The people of Afghanistan will love the Canadian winter. Yeah, take me back. My heart breaks for the Afghan people, especially the children and elderly. That is true. I'm not against them seeking refuge at all. I just hope, there's no ill intent, I guess, and I hope they, I'm also worried that with this happening, Trudeau or whoever, there's going to be a huge number and spike in the numbers, and they're going to be hard locked down again. And it's just so many bad things could come from it. A lot of good things come from it. Don't get me wrong, but a lot of bad things could come from it. Papa Prepper, I've got friends and family involved in this. It's not going to be pretty. Papa Prepper, it's the translators that helped us. Canada picked up the slack for Biden's blunder. One thing I saw, the Afghan troops were fleeing into Iran. That's more troops to help Iran. I saw that too, Coral. There are turds in every punch bowl. Sadly, that's absolutely right. That is true, Marine. But, I mean, you know what I'm saying with the numbers, though. Um, it's just one more reason. Hey, Mrs. Papa Prepper. Good to see you. Hey, Elusive. Good to see you. The other thing, how long will it take for Russia to invade Afghanistan now? How will they lock us down again? Though, not by fear, at least from us. Yeah, it's going to be, for lack of better, it's going to be hell for them to try to lock us down again. Because too many people, lost everything last time, and too many people, you know, on both sides of the fence are pissed, like why? Why are they making us go through all this again? It clearly did not work the first time, and people are awake. More people are awake now, knowing that it's just a big game. It's a control game. Loading the onion experiment update as I type this if you're interested. I'm not locking down anything other than the bolt release on Bernie. Good morning, Tammy. Good to see you. One thing I did see this morning, I forgot about that. Did you see where the fact-checking site Snopes, where they got checked? The main guy, hold on, the main guy over there, what was his name? Just a second. Mike McKelson wrote and published 54 articles with plagiarized material. So a fact checker got checked. I think that's hilarious. He still remains a 50% shareholder of the company, but he has been suspended by the top editor. So I'm sure nothing will happen with that, but I think it's pretty funny. They want to give us such a hard time, and he gets popped with 54 counts of plagiarism. Hey, I do speak very good Braille. But that's all I've got for this morning. Just some stuff I picked through and found of interest. Absolutely, Joe Morgan. Joe, yeah, but it's different now that it's essentially a Taliban-run country now. Everything's changed. .2 earthquake in Haiti. I haven't read on the earthquake in Haiti yet. Did you go plinking yet? Nope, not yet. I did get to shoot my new one twice. I took it over to Buddy's house to show him and fired off a couple rounds to see how it felt. I liked it. It felt good. Will you be coming to Canada for holiday, Papa? Man, sad as it is, dude, I want to go to Canada. I've wanted to go to Canada for so long. And now it looks like that's probably never going to be an option. Well, we're on fire here in Mississippi with Delta, and shelves are looking slim. Oh, there's another. Yeah. Did you guys? I'm sure you guys already seen where the Chinese closed that shipping port because of one case of COVID. Not really, Coral. It's just a power shift. They rolled before and will after too. We trained bin Laden to beat Russia. Look how that turned out. That is true. Papa, thanks for the kind words on the video of my son starting his first ferro rod fire with natural tinder. No problem, man. That was a long time ago. He done a very good job. Hey, Old Ways Gardening and Prepping. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Only way they will get to see Canada is Operation Canada Bacon. Canadian Bacon. Yep. Hey, Tarted Prepper, good to see you. God bless you too, man. Last time Russia invaded Afghanistan, they got their butts handed to them, beat by guys on horseback. Yes, I did, Blue Vandal. Actually, it's right there. I bet you have been always gardening. From the looks of your videos, you got more than enough work cut out for you. Hey, Pinky McGee, we are well. Thank you for asking. Actually, the missus is out with one of her friends this morning. And so I took over the controls for Super Saving Saturday, which anybody that came in late, we're going to be changing that up. She got to the point where she felt like she was just kind of showing you guys the same things every Saturday and, getting kind of bored. And I think we're going to try to switch it up and maybe do some we still want to keep it within an hour. We're going to be doing some Depression era type cooking, some prep cooking, it's quick, simple, very filling, meals. She had talked about showing some crafts and stuff like that you can do with kids, to keep them busy and calm during a power outage or, stuff like that. Just family mom type stuff, that you can, to do what you can when you can type of deal, And that'll probably be, that'll be in a couple of weeks. And I think until then, on the Saturday mornings, I will just get up Saturday morning, see what the headlines are, and just kind of, weekly update what's going on in the news and, things like that for an hour. And then we'll just chat, whatever, for an hour and just laid back Saturday morning, go through the news and talk for a minute and let you guys get on with your weekend. I got a lot to do today, and it's another hot one. Lots of canning to do. How you been doing? Just thankful to finally make a live stream. Well, thank you for being here, always. I appreciate that. We've been doing well. This is our first year canning. We've done some pickles and we've done green beans. Last weekend, we made a big batch of homemade chili, got it all canned up. Um, I think we're going to do some vegetable soup and can it. Um, I'm not sure what all we're going to be canning. And I've got a new dehydrator that I want to try to do some stuff with this weekend. I'll try to get that started and get some footage on that. Yeah, I would bring that up here and show you Blue Vandal, but last time I touched one, they yanked me off the air, so I better leave it alone. But it's cool. It's a AR-15 pistol made by Omni. It's a hybrid. Really nice little gun. Definitely an attention getter. You can't really see it. That one right there, that's my 10mm carbine. And that thing is a blast to shoot. A blast. But no, it's fun to shoot. Into the wilderness. My apple trees are kicking butt this year. We put about 6 gallons worth put aside and more to follow. That's awesome, man. Hopefully they can contain the Marburg virus in Guinea. It's the one case, one death so far. Yeah, I've read about that. And there was also what was it? I just watched it last night. There's some kind of new virus here. There was 4 cases and 2 were fatal. Was that the same thing? Daggone it. Forget what that was now. Cellar Door, it's good to see you. Thank you for being here. Let's see. Coral Tigger said, where'd it go? Suicide Squad director got arrested. I saw that. I did see that. And also Horatio Sanchez from SNL. Both for underage girls. A lot of that stuff's coming out, guys. They're cleaning house. A lot of that is still in operation. Very hush hush, but it's still in operation, and they're cleaning them up. Hey, Angela Case, good to see you. Casey, I can't remember. I don't know how to say your last name, but thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Poppaprepper, get a set of ears for that. The headphone type, that short barrel indoor will rattle your teeth, and that's all you will hear. Absolutely. I've got a set, man. We just dehydrated rainbow Swiss chard, then turned it into powder in the Mad Bullet. That's cool, man. Expanding the garden this weekend. I cleared a spot, fenced, put soil down, and planted seeds yesterday. I'll be going to put some more seeds out in a few. Might expand it more, but I'm not sure yet. That's awesome, John. I will do that, Tech. Put as much seed in the ground as possible. Battery powered gardener. Battery powered gardener. That's a cool name. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Says, isn't it kind of late to start a garden? No, you can do a fall garden, a fall harvest. I mean, you still got time to do several different things. I mean, onions, carrots. Help me out, guys. um, you could still do cucumbers. I mean, there's still plenty of time for cucumbers. Some beans. I mean, we usually have till, depending, but I've seen, I mean, all the way up in mid-November here. I mean, I'm in southern Indiana. I've seen a fungus, some nursing home virus. That might have been what it was, Seller. I can't remember. I'll have to check into that, and I'll talk about it tonight on the Bears Den. But yeah, I'd have to look into that. Oh yeah, Jimmy Fallon too. I forgot. Yeah, he was partying with minors. Forgot about that. Everything is looking good, and I'm trying to plant as much as possible this year. That's awesome, John. Very good. Hey, Homestead Oz, good to see you. How are you guys faring over there? We're constantly praying for you guys. I know it's very bad. Did they get him for? I knew he was partying, or he had emailed like a 15-year-old girl, and then he got busted partying with a 16-year-old at an after party show, or after show party, whatever they're called. But yeah, I didn't know they got him. Like, as in, you know what I mean. Oh yeah, absolutely. Lettuce and radishes, chard. I didn't even think about that. I test the limits, but there's definitely some that are a little better in the cold. Absolutely. And if we ever, this is the year to test our limits. I'm telling you, to just see how long we can grow food. This is definitely a year to do that, because it's not looking good for the home team, guys. And I'll say it again. I always say it. I'm not here to fearmonger. I don't try to scare y'all, but I believe if you can grow as much food at your home as you can this year, you best do it. Let's see here. Got just a couple more minutes. Okay, Big Papa, my last word. I thought my opinion counted. I'm sorry for now. Oh no, we'll keep my. Whoa. What did you say, Mojo? Let me go back up through here. I didn't see you'd said anything, man. If I missed something you said, brother, I apologize. I didn't mean to. Mojo, man. Independent marine, snakes in the grass, snakes in the grass. They're going to bite us in our ass. That's all I see, man. Was that it? If not, I apologize. I have not named mine yet, KY. I've thought about it, but I haven't got a name yet. Hey, Joe, can you grab the Discord link, please? Or Green Thumb or anybody that's in there and throw it up. I'd appreciate it, please. Hey, Tanya Huntley. Good to see you. For us in the prepping community, we are all prepared for this, brother. Yeah, you're right. Canada, too. All right, Tammy. I hope you have a good day, too. God bless you and yours, and stay safe out there. £500 of potatoes. Wow. All right, guys. It is just a couple minutes till noon, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this off. I hope you guys have an awesome weekend, a productive weekend. I know we got a lot of work to do around here this weekend. It's not as hot as it has been this week, but until tonight, guys, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hold on. I'm heading to pawn shop. I'll let you know what I come up with. Awesome. Hey, Joe, can you throw up the Discord link real quick? Somebody was asking for it a minute ago. Battery-powered gardener, I believe. But until tonight, guys, God bless y'all. I love each and every one of you guys. I will see you tonight. Tonight will just kind of be open. I'll come up with some topics, and we'll just go from there. So, love y'all. Be safe. Thank you, Joe.